Hi and welcome to this video where I'm going to go over section 3.3 in the IGCSE Marine book, which is about classification. It's a short chapter, and if one of you have done biology before, this is probably just a recap, but still, it's a good thing to know. Any mistakes here are minor alone, and all the work here is completely non-profit, so you can use it if you want to. So in biology, classification is important because there are so many different organisms that if we just give them common names like blackbird or that shark, it becomes very hard to know what we're talking about. And our classification system we use today go all the way back to our favorite Swedish scientist, Carl von Linné, who gave us this way of classifying organisms, and the way we name them today by using a binomial Latin name also go back to him. So if you ever feel yourself sitting in an English science class thinking about why you have to learn Latin, you have to blame a Swedish guy. So I know the sound is bad for this one, but what I'll try and do here is there's this wonderful website called The Tree of Life, and there you can actually zoom in on the entire world of living organisms, and it's a very humbling experience to see how small a piece of the living world that we animals are, and how much the vertebrates are, and even how tiny part the mammals they play in all the organisms that is on this wonderful planet. And I just show a video here on how to zoom in, and I really recommend that you go into the Tree of Life website yourself and have a go at this, because it is mighty interesting, and it's a wonderful place to learn about classification of living organisms. So here's another way of showing the Tree of Life. Quite often it is shown like an actual tree where you have, the primitive organisms at the bottom, and when we have us humans on top as the most advanced there is. That's not the way to see it. As you can see here, we separate into bacteria and archaea, which are prokaryotes, and then we have our eukaryotes. And in the eukaryotes, we have all the different we have our different kingdoms, and stuff like the animals, the fungi, and the plants are just very small parts of it. But what we're going to be talking about in marine science is we're going to talk about animals, we are going to talk about plants, we are going to talk about protists, and of course we're going to mention bacteria. Fungi are mainly terrestrial, so we're not going to dwell a lot of time on them. In the binomial system, every species is giving a Latin scientific name. And that name is first the genus and then the species. So, for example, for us humans, we are Homo sapiens, or for our favorite marine predator, the orca, the Orcus orca. The first name being the genus and the second one being the species. And we end this short review on a way of showing you how we can go all the way from kingdom to species. So, for example, my kingdom here, first of all, domain, here we have the prokaryotes and eukaryotes. We're eukaryotes. My kingdom, where I come from, is animals, and I'm a chordate, which means I have a vertebrate. And then I'm a mammal, I'm a primate, I'm in the hominids, I am in the genus Homo. Right now there's only one species in the genus, but there used to be more. And my species is Homo sapiens. So this is where you can see kind of how you go all the way from like all life on Earth, and then you keep separating into smaller and smaller groups to make it easier to separate the different species from each other.